Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today gonna be kind of long video about Aiioki A8 and I want to talk about settings on screen, parameters, how to operate and buttons, what you have on your handlebar. So let's start from the beginning, like functions for buttons, and after that we're gonna jump to the screen settings and we're gonna talk about each single parameter, what is that for and how it is working. So what we have on our handlebar? We have control buttons and we have switches for lights, turn signals and our horn. So to turn lights on, what we need to do, we need to press and hold arrow up. And once we do this, as you can see, press, hold, and now we have here on the screen, we have indicator, like lights on. Since that, main screen little bit dimmed, as you can see if you turn off, you see, and turn on, it's dimmed, and now we have our slides. So here we have switched between low beam and high beam. As you can see, low beam is like white, and we have very like good top line, so we're not gonna blind any upcoming traffic. And this a little bit higher and more like narrow high beam light, what is also good for the road. So for the turn signals, we have just switch, just clicking, turn right and left, and it is only on a rear, only on the back of our bike. So we don't have front turn signals, and on the bottom we have some horn, what is pretty loud, and I would recommend put something like this. So it's like kind of pitch. It's you still can hear it, but if you're somewhere on a trail with old people, with young moms, with kids, it's better to have something like this than loud horn when you want to pass someone, right? So that's about like for light. Let's talk about other options, and I just gonna say you're not gonna see on camera buttons, but you're gonna see, I'm gonna tell you like it's arrow top or bottom, left, right, and M button. So I'm gonna put my camera on the screen and you're gonna see everything what I'm doing. Okay, so first of all, what we have on the screen, what kind of data we have on the screen. So we have our trip meter, under trip meter we have odometer, after we have our scale with indication battery, and here is voltage, also it can be percentage. This parameter we can change in the settings, or we can remove anything and you're gonna see only bars from the battery. After we have our time, what is actual time now, and run time. So we have time, how long bike stays on. So like you see, almost 44 minutes ago I turned the bike on. So after that, from both sides we have watts and percentage, as you can see, and also we have that scale for rear motor current power and front motor current power. And this one, these parameters, I would say 3 parameters, right? Current power, watts and percentage is, I cannot say useless, but it is not accurate at all, because for some reason on these bikes, maybe it's software error, software issue, or it was like this from the beginning, like planned. But as you can see, my rear wheel now is on, and only rear wheel on. When I go on throttle, you can see both gauges working. And it's only when his rear wheel is on. So if you're gonna switch to the front wheel and you're going on throttle or pedal assist, doesn't matter. So these gauges, this current wattage and percentage doesn't work at all. And of course it's working when you're going on dual mode, because it's for some reason attached only to rear wheel. So I don't know, this is the bug, or this is like some issue, or this actually scales just for show. I don't really know. And I don't really care, honestly. So it's just, the screen looks beautiful and I like it, and honestly, I don't really care what it show me, if it's a lot of current going to my motors or not. Also, when you going on a under load, as you can see now, oh, sorry, as you can see now, so all this area become orange. So become orange, it means you just pushing lots of power to your motor until this motor gonna like spin to the full, and since that it's like easier for motor to operate. So as you know, like main power and main voltage draw and current going up when you accelerate. So when you just start to spin motor, or you just trying to get on a higher speed. And since you get your limit, it's become green again because it's already on a kind of, I would say, economical mode, right? So also on the screen we have our gear number. So always when you turn bike on, you have rear wheel on and gear on a 0. So when gear on 0, it doesn't move when you accelerate, when you twist throttle or you pedaling. So the pedal assist is not working, and you need to go just at least on a gear 1, and since you on gear 1, it's start to move. And from the beginning, like factory settings, we have 5 gears. What can be changed, I will show you later, but 5 gears is from the factory settings. Next, we have cruise control mode here. So to get on cruise control, you just have to ride bike for a few seconds on a constant speed. I can't remember, it's 5 or 10 seconds, I believe 5, something like this. Anyway, someone doesn't like this option. And sometimes this option helpful, sometimes it's not helpful, depending on the riding condition. To turn this off and on, we just press right arrow and hold it. And as you can see here, you have symbol. We have this symbol. So if it's white, it's off. If it's blue as it was just now, it's on. Again, white, it's off. Walking mode. So what is walking mode? It means if you're going somewhere uphill, like example, or you're loading bike, or you just have almost dead battery, or you just tired and your butts, I would say, hurts, and you just want to walk, and instead of pushing bike just going riding itself. So all you have to do is just hold button arrow, bottom arrow. So what's going on in that situation? We just hold arrow down and the bike going, you see that symbol? Oh. As you can see that symbol and bike going. Just don't forget this option working on each single mode. Rear wheel, front wheel or dual motors. So it's always working, and of course it has like much more torque and much more power and probably speed if you're on dual motor. So I would recommend this only for rear wheel mode. Next button is button M on the middle. So if we hold the button M on the middle, nothing going on. Again, nothing going on a new version of Aiioki A8 with key fobs. Why? Because M button is just like button means OK. So you just click M when you need to click OK, right? Left button, short press, as you can see, we just turn off screen. Again, we just turn off screen. We're not turning off bike. But here is two scenario, I would say. First one, you riding, and during ride you press short button, like you press shortly left button. So your screen is off. Even if your lights is on, right, and you press this button, your light still stays on. You just turn off screen, so it's not visible, it's not make you blind if you're riding at night time, like example, but you're still riding. In other scenario, you just turn off screen when you not riding. So since you turn screen off, after a few seconds, your throttle or pedal assist not gonna work, as you can see. And when you press any button and screen is on, you can see it was on gear 0. You see? And now it's back to second one. So that's probably kind of safety feature, but again, it's not turning off your bike. And please, if you use this option, do not forget your bike and do not leave it on, because anyone can come, press any button, and the bike is gonna be on and they're gonna ride out somewhere. Okay, now we go into the settings. Press left arrow and hold. If you go into the settings and you're not touching buttons for few seconds, I would say, it's going back to menu without changing, I believe, or it changes, I can't remember. We will find out now. Anyway, we go into menu, and what we have here. Let's start from the beginning. Units. That's what we choose between metric system and imperial system. So between kilometers and miles. Miles, yes. Backlight. So backlight, it's brightness of your screen. As you can see, we can go to the, yeah, that's like 0. It says almost. I believe it's 10%. Till 100. Okay, next, after off time. After off time, we have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes at, but it doesn't really matter because this option doesn't work. Doesn't matter what timing you put, the bike will never turn off by itself anyway. Okay, power display. Power display does the thing where you change voltage or battery percentage or nothing on screen. So as you saw, it was voltage on mine. Now it's like I put battery percentage. And we're going back, and as you can see, oops, and as you can see now I have percentage. So I'm going back, power display, close display. It means it's nothing gonna be there. It's gonna be just battery indicator, just like these bars, and that's it. That's actually not bad. It's depending on what your preference is, and maybe some people don't like to see any numbers on display, and that's why they use just bars. Information display, and here we have trip and odometer, and doesn't matter we choose trip or we choose odometer. As you can see, nothing changed here because with trip and odometer we have all the time on our screen. Next one we have clock. So clock, here we can change time and we can change hours date. Next option, password. So here you can preset your password in case you want. Why you need password? Maybe in case someone grab your key fob, they can't use the bike without actually entering password. That's it for system. So next it's gonna be general. So that's most interesting part. So we're going to the general and we're going up. We're going up to wheel diameter. So on the wheel diameter, that's actually affect our speed, what shows on a screen. And for wheel diameter, we just swapping, going arrow up and down, and to change between different sizes in inches. And as you can see here, we have even 700. It's like bicycle style, not inches, it's centimeters, 700 millimeters actually. Anyway, so here 20 inch from the factory. After voltage. So voltage here, why important to have correct voltage here? And some of you guys probably don't have it, don't have 52 option at all, because here is when voltage is correct, you can actually see correct reading percentage of your battery on a main screen. Because if their voltage is not correct, your percentage gonna be completely wrong. So in that situation, I just highly recommend you to preset it to the voltage. So in that case, you will know what voltage is, and you can find chatter on voltage equal percentage in Google, and you can use it from there to know what exactly in battery you have, how much juice left on your battery. So you're not gonna stay on the middle of the road without power with your heavy, really heavy bike. Next, speed limit. So here is tricky one. We have minimum 50 kilometers and maximum 81 kilometers. Okay, that's especially for me because I use metric system. But if you're gonna use imperial system, you're gonna see miles here. What is also gonna be so accuracy. Why? Because like you can see, like example, 81 kilometers limit, and if I'm gonna go on gear 5, that's my maximum speed, and here I have like full power. Okay, that's 76 kilometers per hour, right? Okay, so now we're going back to these settings. Sorry for timing delay, but that's kind of important thing. You can do double speed on YouTube and you don't have to listen me that's that long. Okay, 50 kilometers speed limit. So now, as you can see, maximum what I have, it's 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers. So it means that numbers is not accurate at all. To get my like 35 kilometers, like example, speed limit, I need to go on a settings of 76. 76. And in that case, I have my 35 kilometers. And when it's under load, it's going like 33 kilometers. So I'm completely legally on legal speed in the city. So anyway, if it's even it's not accurate, it's still very useful. Why? Because you still can do your speed limit up to your local law, and in that case, no one, even if someone gonna stop you, and they will lift rear wheel, they will put on a maximum highest gear, you still gonna be able to prove your bike is legal and you have like normal speed limit. It's not passing speed limit, so you allowed to be on the road. Next, motor measurement. That is what most people screw up on these settings. Please, 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 please do not touch it. Why? Like example, so this is really affect your speed on screen. And it should be it should be 6 from the factory. And some people put different numbers and after that they complain about speedometer doesn't work or work bad or something like this. As you saw, I just put 0. And once I put 0, you see what's going on with my speed? My speedometer doesn't work at all. And if I'm gonna put on gear 9, not on gear, on measurement motor on size 9, I'm gonna have over 100 kilometers per hour on. Oh, it's going 15 actually. So if I'm gonna put on 15, that's going 30, but it's not a 30. It's like 230. Because this screen can show you only 2 last numbers, or maybe it's 330, but honestly, this is just wrong reading. So motor measurement should be on number 6, that's all. I was seeing people on a forum, I was seeing people on Facebook, I was seeing even some guy who did reviews on that bike, and his speedometer didn't work because he just grew up with motor measurement. Okay, next one, current limit. From the factory it is 15. Because here is a new controller and it's capable to go up to 60 amp on both motors, so it's going to be like 30 or 31 per motor. But I would not recommend this also. Why? Because it will affect a little bit speed and a little bit torque, but it's also affect your wires, your motor's health and motor's life, I would say, how long your motor will last. Because the more amps you put, the more heat you create in the motors and more heat you create on your controller, and the faster your components can fail. So believe me, 15 amps, it's more than enough. Because if we're gonna calculate power, so 52 volts multiplied by 15, it means we're gonna have around like 750 watts each motor. But if we're gonna multiply by 30, it's gonna be 1500 watts on each motor. And the more watts we put to the motor, the less life motor gonna have. Especially these motors, I mean geared motors, they very kind of sensitive for huge spins, for big, for high speed. So I would not recommend this option, go more than 15. Okay, 20, let's do 20. Do not go higher than 20 if you want your bike last for long and you don't want to ask after that for warranty and ETC. Next, assistant direction. So assistant direction have to be forward. Not opposite, have to be forward. It's just for your pedals where you, how your sensor, like for pedal assist sensor preset, because it's on the left side and it's forward direction, so it is forward. So slow start mode. So here you go. That should be on 0. Why? just for your guys' safety. Because when it's on a mode 3, your front wheel, if you're gonna be on a dual mode, it's gonna spin. So it's gonna have a lot of torque. It means the bike preset to get as fast as possible to the top speed on that gear where you are. And the tricky part here, it's not about like even pedal assist, because pedal assist here equal full open throttle on a handlebar. So here is no option like you start to pedaling and the pedal assist gonna catch you slow. No, it's gonna give you right away like full throttle open. And here is depending on your gears set. If like you get gear number 1, so it's gonna catch you, like example for mine, 14 kilometers per hour on a full throttle. So that's what gonna be my pedal assist. When I just start to do pedaling, they're gonna bring me right away to that speed. And if it's gonna be mode 3 on slow starting mode, it's gonna do it very fast. If it's gonna be on 0, it's gonna go kind of like much slower and much less, not that dangerous. So just to prevent an unexpected collision or something like this, when your bike just jumping from under you, like I would not recommend go even on number 2. 0, maybe 1, but 0, as I can see for most users, 0 is the best option from people's feedbacks. Next, assistant gear. So here is option how many gears you want to see on your screen. So as you can see, maximum is 9. And if I choose 9, so here you go. I have here maximum 9 now. If you prefer to click half hour for these buttons while you're riding, yeah, you can choose 9. But for me, most comfortable 5, even sometimes I do 3 or 4, depending where I'm going to, what condition I'm riding on. Gear details. So what does this mean? So it is how much power you will have on each single gear and percentage. So like example, on gear 1, I have 49%. On gear 2, I have 62%, after 74%, and as you can see, gear 5, I already have 100% of my power. You can change this, just press M, it's red, and after you're going like up and down to just change it. And actually I have like different even percentage, just because I switched to the gear 9 to show you, so all percentage is kind of messed up. But originally I have gear 1 9%, gear 2 20%, gear 3 35%, gear 4 it's already like 70%, and gear 5 it's 100%. Because now, as you can probably see, because everything moved, yeah, so now on my Echo 1 I have 41 kilometers, not like 14 as you could see in the video a few minutes ago. So that's how it is affect your speed. So that's how it's affect your speed and your power. So it means you can preset it to your personal preferences, and it's have very wide range of settings. The general is done. Now we're going to product. So here is actually, you can see your software version, you can see date of manufacturing, serial number, just like this. And you cannot change nothing here, you cannot go up and down. But what you can do factory reset. When you press M, it's going to factory reset, and up and down, it just asks you yes or no. And from there, you just change it, like factory reset for your screen. Like example, you changed some settings, you messed up something, and you're not happy, and you just want to bring it back to the factory settings, and you just do factory reset. Next is the battery. The battery is, we have here actual voltage, 0, I mean nothing. We have battery capacity, nothing. Cycle index, nothing. Battery health, nothing. Battery temperature, nothing. Capacity Again, nothing. Full voltage. So only things actually you can like change here. It's your full voltage and your low voltage, like maximum and minimum voltage, what you can choose. So full voltage for 52 amp battery, it's gonna be 58.8, but here we don't have even this number because here going by half volts. And the bottom is gonna be 42 volts, it's your zero. Why you need to set this? It's just kind of accuracy for your battery for reading when the computer actually reading like percentage how much battery left and etc. So again, why we don't actually have no information on the battery, even though the screen have that option. So let's talk about battery. Why we cannot see any parameters? Like we cannot see actual health of the battery, temperature of the battery. We cannot see capacity of the battery and all like this, like this, like this. Why? Because here, as you can see, we have only positive and negative terminals. So we don't have any data cable what can connect our BMS with our controller or with our screen. Because if you see like other bikes where you can see all information about battery, they are special separate connector, or their connector include like data cable. Like example, I had a Talaria Sting, right? They're like big connector, and you have two main like phase terminals where it's going to be plus and minus, and you have 4 or 6 like data terminals what connect there, and you can see the battery condition. So here I don't know why, but again our screen is capable to give us this information, but we don't have any data cable from the BMS, and we don't really know if BMS there, but I'm pretty sure it's there because it's no way this battery can work without BMS for safety. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. See you on the next one.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can feed my family.
Yeah, please subscribe to my channel and so I can feed my family with something.